I'm 16, over 300 pounds, and just went on my first walk in over a year. Cars are really scary. Recently I drove a distance of about 60 kilometers with my mother. I am used to cycling, taking the train and taking the ferry, and I was so surprised by how unsafe and fast the car felt. We were driving 95 kilometers an hour in the motorway without a single car in sight, yet I was constantly afraid that we would drive into something. I had just experienced going 140 kilometers an hour by train without it being more uncomfortable than standing still. A couple of days beforehand, I went 45 kilometers an hour on bicycle, because I was late to my ferry. The car felt like it was pushed to the extreme, yet the train with almost 50 kilometers more felt like being brought to sleep. It is also not the exiting feeling of something is going to go wrong at one point. I've never experienced it when using my bike though. Go fast on a bike is nice. It is intense, but in an exciting way. I find cars pretty scary. Oh, scary. My dumb uncle bought an F-150. I stole his spare keys, and I'm gonna do a little trolling on this idiot. All in the name of activism. So many beautiful ladies here, what about me? I love capitalism, I love capitalism. First time extinguishing an SUV's tire. This one in particular parked on the shoulder of a bike lane. Don't be afraid to take action. That's not fucking activism, you fucking idiot. Why can't America have trucks like these? This is a truck, this is performative capitalism. Brainwash them young. Car dependency propaganda. The indoctrination starts young.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Suburbs are for suckers and serial killers. Suburbs are the method to our madness. People don't know what they want anymore, but the cheese at the end of the maze compels them to sacrifice reality for shopping centers and fast-produced dwellings as an economical alternative to freedom. The DNC should find a way to leak whoever has voted Republican in the last 10 years and ban them from Disney. Mail here, I think it's gross how young girls push their periods, and don't hold them and wait until they are older. They need to have periods yet they are 13. Why can't they wait until they are 18? What a disaster. Millions have died, millions more will die and be disabled. And not a mask inside in the name of the almighty altar of capitalism. Say it with me, masks should be mandatory, dining and gatherings should be shut, and travel should be limited. We live in a clown world, unreal, I'm so angry. We need a religion, hear me out. So in the UK at least, a person with a recognized religion can't be discriminated against when applying for jobs or when employed. So a religion based on the rejection of cars in favor of bikes, let's say, that would mean that the hiring company would have to accommodate that into their business, rather than the employee being forced to change for them. Not gonna lie, feels like a throwaway post, but it has got me thinking.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Let's make this the official logo of our fuck cars. Well, I'm liking eugenics. I will cheer when this man dies, fucking piece of shit. I just hope it's painful and debilitating. Perhaps pancreatic cancer. I'm hoping it's like other nutbag rich guys and he ends up alone, in a hotel room, surrounded by bars of his own piss and shit. A fascist flag I made up for fun. How is it? Twitter is a far-right social network. It can no longer be denied. Unexpected pulses of horny. Has anyone that's on progesterone experienced these random and very intense waves of horny pleasure? Like not really doing anything and no more than a fleeting thought about sex. It comes out of nowhere and hits me so hard I moan out involuntarily. Have you experienced this? What's your story and how have you felt with it? Scientists deliver final warning in climate crisis. Act now or it's too late. Felt somewhat cute. Overwhelmed. I had a dream last night and I woke up with a really strong craving for them thingies. I still remember the first time I had a vibrator. I felt like it owned me. I felt completely overpowered by it in every way, both physically and mentally. The most overwhelming experience I've ever had. I felt so powerless to do anything when that thing was inside of me. Please, what should I do? This isn't a troll account. I'm 2 months in HRT and these thoughts are overwhelming me. I just really fucking want a man's deep inside of me. I feel humiliated by this fact. This is the sort of thing boys like to joke about that women want. As much as I feel ashamed of it, I'm a very sexually submissive person. Sexual feelings for me usually involve feeling out of control or like the guy owns me.
See?
Tomorrow's food. And wrote down how to make a Thanksgiving dinner. Name, Genesis. Next question, what's so bad about the name? I was surprised to see all the comments, because it didn't strike to me as that odd. The Christophus thing. Fuck your car. Yes, your car. I've been meaning to do this right for a little while. A significant portion of people who are at least lukewarm to the idea of reducing car dependency are extremely reluctant about any criticism of their own car, or criticism of the concept of car ownership. And I think it's good to set the record straight. Fuck your car. I don't like your car. I don't like that it exists. I don't like where it's driven. And frankly, I don't care what you do with the car. I still don't like your car. It's a big waste of space that serves as street litter 95% of the time and acts as a deadly bullet flying through spaces where people live the other 5%. But you may say, I have reasons for driving this car. Public transit doesn't exist where I live. I have a big family. I live 30 kilometers from work. I'm a car enthusiast and drive it in a truck. I need it to haul furniture, and I use it for work sometimes. But still, fuck your car. I don't care how valid or invalid those reasons are. If they are invalid, then fuck you, and get rid of the car already. If they are valid, and they are often really not, but let's say they are, then that sucks. It sucks that circumstance makes it so that operating a loud giant metal cage of death, pollution and climate disaster is the only viable option for you. But still, fuck your car. Your valid reasons don't make me dislike cars any less. Your valid reasons don't decrease the car's harm to the climate or people's living environments. If anything, we should change circumstance to invalidate your reasons for operating the damn thing, so that you can get rid of it already. There exists a future without private vehicles. We probably want to keep ambulances, fire trucks, buses, and some industrial vehicles, but there exists a future where all public spaces belong to people again. A future where the biggest private mobility tools are the size of golf carts. And the sooner we can get on your fucking car, the better.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Let me get this straight. You think that cars, the dominant form of transportation in the US that is the driving force for suburban life, is actually causing the downfall of society? I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Hello, Seattle. I haven't left my apartment in over 2 years due to crippling anxiety and my WFH job. Today I finally went out and got an adult Happy Meal. Fuck, man, fuck. My parents were fighting and I thought they were rap battling, so I came in and started beatboxing. Fuck, why am I such an idiot? Fuck. It's Pride Month, so Foxy Smoking Blood is coming out, as translated.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
If your pee made a noise every time you went hard, would you want a noise to be? I think more girls should be gay, that'd be cool, I think. With 400k members, we could build our own car-free city. We have the collective wealth and manpower to change the culture. We could build a city ourselves, implementing all the things we want to see in a city. A city built around public transportation and walkability and public spaces with grand gardens and beautiful architecture. A city implementing permaculture on a large scale. We could do this. I am done. If my parents misgender me one more damn time, I will not hesitate to misgender back. If they get rude during an argument, fuck being the bigger person, I'm going all out on them. I do not give a fuck who it is or what punishments I will face. I am sick of dealing with it and I'm sick of it hurting other trans people. I am just done with it. I have no more patience or ignorance for it. I will refuse to ignore it. It's so fucking stupid and it makes me so goddamn angry. There is literally no good reason for it, except to be an ass. I see it everywhere I go, every time I step out of my room, every time I have eyes, fuck it all. I am over with being reminded I was born as a woman. Might get in trouble for this. Hot take, instead of outing and bullying Zeus, we should encourage them to seek therapy.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
Guys, my teacher caught me drawing hentai in class. What do I do? It wasn't that extreme. I was only drawing ass, but I covered up the drawing in time. The problem was that I had reference photos in my phone, and my teacher totally saw. What do I do? This is so embarrassing. Got caught shoplifting at a No Frills. They took a picture of me and my ID, and banned me from the store. I went to self-checkout and didn't pay for 2 items, just left them in the bag. As I was leaving, I was approached by a plainclothes woman who stopped me and asked me if I hadn't paid for something. I followed them inside, where they took a photo of my ID and banned me from the store. They said, if I didn't, they would call police for theft under 5k, etc. I'm mortified right now. I have a decent office job, in not hurting for money. I just kept seeing posts online about how we're being gouged at the supermarket and I felt the indignation too, and other posts about how easy it was to fool at the self-checkout, so I thought I'd try it. I guess I'm not the master criminal I thought I was. I think what hurts the most is the feeling that they may have circulated my photo to other No Frills. I don't want to be treated like a criminal every time I enter a store from now on. I would shop elsewhere, but the two closest to me are both No Frills. Wandy whale you want go Sandalik bomb from each so far Tebar Mang Shangawale so fish forms Demolako Deem Manchun Zafia to Panigan Toop Stolen Wemolako Bar Mang Shangaway Molako Femza form a song in a Nima So inspirational. I've personally decided that if we actually prove that God is real, I'd sell my soul to the devil. God is a piece of shit. Jesus, while seeming decent, is honestly boring to be around with 24/7. Meanwhile, I'd love to have a beer with Lucifer himself. Legit seems like a chill dude. Yeah man, imagine having the power to stop childhood cancer, rape and torture and then just not. Doesn't seem like a great person to me. If God is real, he doesn't give a shit, and I know he's a guy, because if a woman was to have this job and just stop caring, it would be fucked up in a different way. The world's dysfunction reeks of guy who just don't care anymore, lol.
Okay.
It happened again. I was in another class when my teacher flipped through my notebook and flat out Kante was on the page. Dog, can this day get any more embarrassing for me? No such thing as racism towards white people either. Go back to the hole you crawled out of. I tried meth for the first time. I'm tweaking in this bitch right now. I mostly don't follow you guys' advice, but thank you nonetheless. It's been 2 hours I've been looking at the window, but I don't see any birds. In the beginning I wanted to consume it by crack, but I had none, so I took this bitch in a motherfucking gravity bomb, baby. I don't even feel high. I could go to a job interview and no one would notice, no cap. I was tapping on cross-dressing and my ball area felt so hot and sweaty, so I took some ice cube to chill down a bit, but on contact with the skin, it burns like a motherfucker. People telling me I will ruin my life with death, fuck you, and improve it. My mind, eyes, and spiritual I now can't think clearly. I'm some cerebral shit. I watched the whole Destiny Wash debate like it was a rave party. My stepsister is a fucking retard. She thinks I'm high on weed. Lol, I take none of that weak shit, you feel me? I think I'm gonna chain fuck this bitch. She doesn't matter anyway. I'm just thinking about it. My ball is rubbing. She is so hot. I'm going to Target to buy some pool toys. I'm going to CapCut to swim. Is driving on meth okay?
You serious?
I really miss lockdown. Does anybody else miss the COVID lockdown era? I am so sick of getting invited to social events, and they are for important people, so I can't just decline. Fuck, you think my lifestyle was any different before and during the pandemic? I was self-isolating before it was cool. Jesus is a fascist, obey and worship me, or burn, and Satan is an anti-fascist. Truly, teaching people to love each other and to help the unlucky is fascism. According to the Bible, Jesus demanded unquestioning obedience and worship or he'd torture you forever. That's definitely fascism.
You're embarrassing yourself, you geriatric fuck!
Recently touched grass and nothing got better. Was it a prank? I feel like I've been told the biggest lie ever told. Nothing was better. Didn't even get pitches. Recently everything I had ever perceived as reality has never been the same again. I touched grass, prayed to God, nothing happened. Have I been abandoned? Left at the bottom of an existential canyon, in which I feel trapped. I think I've been abandoned. Feels like something has just happened. Friends still left me, dad still at the grocery store, mom's dead, grandparents have diabetes. So what gives? I touched grass. What the fuck do I do after that? Fuck off. Seriously, fuck off right now. Criminalizing sex crime against children is inherently anti-trans, and I will not hear any turf fucking bullshit otherwise. Crawl back to the hate-filled hellhole you call a life and leave us alone. You don't understand. I need this full-size truck for housework. I cried at work and no one cared. Kelly's also been transitioning for a little bit now. I'm starting to get more noticeably effeminate due to my HRT. I confronted my boss about how her and others have been discussing what they think my gender identity is a few weeks ago. I told HR and told them to stop these discussions, but they continued. I painted my nails recently and a coworker made mention that in their view I am just trying to get fired. I had my earbuds in yesterday and just going over the situations I've dealt with at this job while listening to Linkin Park just put me over the edge and I cried. Nobody ever or even looked at me, or if they did their best to avoid looking at me. I called out today because I just don't know how much love I can take this. I know it's a combination of things: harassment from work, progesterone finally giving me some emotional relief, autism and dissociation. But I know my issues I can handle. It's when others cause them that I cannot.
Crawling in my skin, these wounds they will not heal. Fear is how I fall.
My husband spent $18K on garbage. I married my husband last year after dating for 4.5 years. I found out 3 weeks ago about his porno addiction. I didn't realize he was spending money on it now, how much he was looking at it. It was various sites such as OnlyFans, Patreon, Fansly, and others. So far the total is around $18K from the bank statements I could see. He deleted all the accounts, so I can't tell if he messaged them, but he says he only viewed pictures and videos. I'm not sure what to do. He's been lying to my face for 4.5 years, and I definitely mentioned in the past not being okay with paying for garbage. He's going to therapy and give me control of his old credit cards, but I feel like that entire relationship has been a lie. I don't understand how he could marry me and not tell me. I feel taken advantage of, and I'm not sure how to heal from this. Took some action today, and egged some of the suburban houses today. I also left a note afterwards. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit, if I see one more post about this, things are going south. Hundreds, and I mean hundreds of people have posted this exact same thing within the past week. Just search it up and you'll find your answer in 3 seconds. Making a post takes 2 minutes. If you just instead searched up, if someone has asked this question, it would be so much faster and you wouldn't flood the subreddit with the exact same post over and over. It's actually genuinely surprising how many people have asked this question. Can we move on already? And the worst part is that the buff has a mountain symbol. In almost every range buff, that's what the icon is. A fucking mountain. Please find something else to post about and not this stupid range buff. Woman at McDonald's called me a fat bitch. This happened a while ago, but I didn't know this sub existed and I needed the right audience for it. So I was at McDonald's late at night getting some treats for my mom and I was in one of the drive-thru lanes and there was a woman in the other one. I had the right of way, meaning I'd let the person in the other lane advance, and now it was my turn to go to the window. But the woman in the other lane stepped forward and almost hit her, so I bumped at her. She then stepped out of her car and yelled at me, and I tried to explain that generally you alternate cars, and she said, well, not always. Just because you're a fat bitch and you want new food now doesn't mean you get to go first. She huffed back to her car and proceeded to the window. My window was still down and I heard her also pay for my meal. Can I pay for the car behind me? When I got to the window, the guy was like, you're in luck, because the lady in front of you paid for your food. But I was super suspicious and told him she'd just yelled at me and called me names. Sure enough, when she got to the second window, I heard her tell the employee that she had paid for the car behind her and also wanted to go ahead and grab that meal as well. I'm not sure what she said to make the employee think that I wasn't sketchy, but I watched him hand over my food to that woman. By the time I got to that window, I was in tears and the people working felt horrible. In the end, they gave me my order for free and added some extra goodies too. So that crazy woman essentially paid for my meal. I'll never know how that conversation would have went if I were skinny, but months later that instance still hurts me, knowing that there really are people who don't see me as a whole human who is worthy of kindness and love simply because of my weight. Can hypnotism make me more accepting? I tried it in the past, but it's never worked. I'm so tired of crying and hurting. Whenever I see a woman that's beautiful, I cry. Cause I know it can't be me. Good MMs try not to sexualize minors challenge. Impossible. Well, if they didn't want to be sexualized, then they shouldn't be so hot. There's more to life than beating it to porno. Wrong. You are sad. I'm Peachy, my guy, living the dream over here honestly. Sounds like you're the sad pathetic one. Nintendo showed the trailer for the new Legend of Zelda yesterday, and I'm not happy about this, Nintendo. Just doing my part by leaving these all over town. You don't need an election to cause change. What can I do to change healthcare right this second? I'll do it. Start killing Republican politicians. Inspire a movement. What if we earned $100 an hour but housing was $50,000 a month? You still can't afford to live. You can work 60 hours a week and still be homeless sleeping in a car in frigid temperature. Does the $10 a month include anything, such as housing, healthcare, a little bit of food? Did you read the part about police? Slavery is still very much a thing here. Is Cuba perfect? Hell no. But damn, the people have a higher life expectancy than us. Does that even matter to you? I know it makes me sound like a supervillain, but I hate children's laughter. It's obnoxiously loud. I hate how it sounds, and it happens when I'm trying to get some peace. Also, parents, you need to know that it's really not cute, and since I'm keeping it down for you and not swearing, the least you could do is keep your kids quiet when we're on a bus or in a restaurant, which your young kids shouldn't be allowed in there. I said it.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious.
I know! This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
Are all our issues tied to cars? Here's what I could think of. 1. Tire particle pollution that is everywhere now. 2. Cancer and asthma from CO2 emissions. 3. Wars in the Middle East for oil. More people die from cars than have died in those wars. 4. Death from car loans. 5. Depression from being isolated. 6. Loneliness from not being able to meet other people easily. 7. Higher taxes for building roads and maintaining them. 8. Higher cost of land from the inefficient use of space. 9. Higher cost of product from the use of inefficient and expensive semi-trucks. 10. Noise pollution and hearing loss from constant exposure to loud noises. 11. Obesity.